Hi guys, Frankie here. I'm an artist who has used the tarot as part of my creative process for years, but recently I've started to bring it into my actual arts practice. And I'm painting my own version of the archetypes and archetypal journeys. It's taking a while. I've shared some of it on my Insta page at Frankie Diggs. Okay, so the collective reading for this week is about stepping into your creativity. Now, broaden that idea of creativity. Not everyone is a visual artist. Some people have a vision. And this is what I think of when I see the King of Wands, is this kind of creative visionary, like in the terms of an entrepreneur or maybe even some kind of film director or art director, like someone that can juggle a lot. So keep that idea of creativity and visionary really broad. So it's the beautiful, idea of bringing something into the real world. Okay, so what stops us from bringing something into the material world is what other people are going to think of us, or trying to do too much at once, like getting really distracted by too many ideas at once, or not understanding the environment that you work in. Like, do you need to be more strategic? Or are you just getting a bit put off by gossip or other people's opinion of you and afraid to put yourself forward in this creative way? So it's definitely about getting to work, but do you need to just fine tune the juggle, like creative work and play? Like, do you need to get that balance a little bit better? It's saying that this beautiful ease is available to you, but there is a sense of juggle, and I think it might be to do with trying to do too much at once, like a bit distracted. I think there needs to be a little bit of contemplation time to really go, okay, where is my heart? Where do I really want to put my focus? What's authentic? And dare to listen to your heart's reply. Don't try and turn your back on, no, it's time to work, or no, I don't feel like it, or whatever's coming up for you. And I think it's really interesting that the Seven of Wands is coming up, and this can be feeling a little bit this feeling of, I've got to climb a hill, I've got to get into a better position, and sometimes forcing and pushing isn't the way forward. Sometimes it's just stillness that's required, and really listening to how you feel and what's authentic that needs to come through. Because I think when we do push ourselves to work when we need to play, or play when we work, I think this is when this card comes in, the Judgment comes in to really give us a bit of a tough talking to, a bit of a, come on, you've played long enough, now it's time to work, or you're working too hard, it's time to play a little, you'll get something more you in this creative vision that's up. And you look at all these beautiful swords, inspiration, lovely ideas want to come through and get nurtured. And I think what these cards are saying in a couple of different ways is be patient, do your best to stay focused, and try not to worry what everyone else is doing and thinking. And sometimes you might even be imagining other people have opinions about what you're doing. This shadowy card can actually just be, delusions that other people care what you do. So often we worry what people think, and they're not even thinking about us. So this confusion is real though. And I think sometimes pushing when we're not clear, you can waste a lot of time. You can sort of end up chasing your tail. And what's required is to actually listen to yourself more deeply, instead of ignoring your feelings because that will provide how to move forward best. And I think you're really keen to move forward. You are ambitious. And I think just a reminder that it really will go well. But take the time. Because you're, at the bottom of it, you know that this vision is worth pursuing. But you might just need to give yourself a bit of room to indulge this visionary part of yourself and take it seriously. And I feel like it's something that's already begun, but it's time for you to really go, this is worth taking seriously. This is worth sitting still and working out what the next step is, instead of pushing through when you're not sure. There's no point pushing through confusion. What's better is to face the feelings and let something pop. And I think I'd just like to encourage you, if you are a little bit worried that it's a bit wacky or a bit eccentric, just take some time to really sit with that and ask yourself what's wrong with bringing something through that's pretty wild, maybe a bit zany, maybe a bit like this. So be a bit eccentric with this creative vision that you're bringing through, and because it's probably something really interesting that hasn't been done before. Okay, have a great week, everybody. See ya.